like how you got her is not always how you keep her. You always want to have a nice balance with being beta and alpha at the same time. Too much alpha, too much tough guy, like kind of doing all this crazy stuff, like leaving her at the club and, you know, talking to other girls and all this kind of stuff. You know, after a while, she's gonna have enough. You should have done a better job screening and knowing, okay, she wasn't capable of being loyal in the first place. What's good, boys? Top Level Dating here. I'm gonna be sharing with you what I learned from my last 2 relationships. This is gonna help you in a lot of different ways. For one, you're gonna learn from my mistakes. This is gonna shortcut your learning curve massively. And you're also gonna realize the pulls, the numbers, the good reactions, the beautiful women, all that is fun. And it's a great feeling on this journey as a man, but it also comes with a lot of struggles. It comes with a lot of learning about yourself, learning about women. You're gonna have healthier, more long-lasting, better relationships, learning from my mistakes and understanding what actually is a relationship, what does it involve. So you wanna make sure you stick around all the way to the end. I got a lot of good stuff in this video coming up. If you're new here, you wanna make sure you subscribe. The number one thing that I learned from my past 2 relationships was the relationship with your mother is going to massively affect your relationship with women. For the most part, I don't know if you guys heard of Eckhart Tolle, but he wrote in his New Earth book, I forget what chapter it was, but he said you have like a pain body, and if your mother neglected you, or there's some sort of relationship that was bad between you and your mother, like these guys become pickup artists. Actually, he didn't even say pickup artists, but he said like player. He said a guy who's striving to become like a massive player and get women and all this kind of stuff. I thought that was very interesting, and I did further research on it, and it actually makes sense. We're gonna take a walk, actually. This is very unconscious, guys. You want to be aware of this, and typically how your mom treated you is typically how you're gonna treat other women. If not, it's gonna be the other way around. It's similar to the other woman who has an abusive father. She has a bad relationship with her dad, typically hates men, all right? And it's hard for her to trust men. So this stuff is real. It's grown into you from a child, and it affects your relationships with future partners. So that's the first thing I want to say. Number 2, you need to know what kind of woman you're dealing with, what kind of woman you're getting involved with emotionally. You want to make sure who you're getting involved with emotionally is capable of love, is capable of a healthy relationship. This is going to help you manage a better relationship. All right, so this is because you're going to be investing a lot of your emotions, a lot of your time, and most importantly, finances, and say if you guys get married and everything like that. It's important to you to know what kind of woman you're dealing with. You do not want to have a woman who's very promiscuous. You do not want to get in a relationship with her, you know, because more likely than not, she's going to cheat on you. Then you're upset, mad because she cheated on you. When in reality, you should have done a better job screening and knowing, okay, she wasn't capable of being loyal in the first place. All right, so there's different strategies on screening women, and I can go more into that in another video, but that's number 2. What I want to say is you want to know what kind of woman you're dealing with and set expectations from the get-go on what to expect. Number 3, women will almost always do the breaking up, okay? There's many different reasons for this. One of the reasons is because us guys, we just move a lot slower. Women are more in tune with emotions. They're more socially intelligent. They get hit on a lot more. So be prepared to have emotional resilience. Okay, breakups hurt, breakups suck, and you got to be prepared for them. I was just telling a friend the other night that it's a lot easier for women throughout breakups because they have that emotional support. Guys, we get I wouldn't say almost picked on, but you know, we're kind of made fun of. Oh, get over her. Like, it's no big deal. Let's go out and talk to other girls, okay? But that doesn't always solve the issue. When you're with a woman, for the most part, she takes care all of your emotional needs. She's there for you emotionally a lot more than your guy friends are. And on the flip side, women have like these huge group chats of their female friends, and every little thing that goes on, they're shooting it in a group chat, and they're getting massive support in instance. They have their mom, they have their sisters coming together and helping them. Number 4, okay, attachment. And attachment, it doesn't matter if you're compatible or not. You spend too much time with a woman, you'll become attached no matter who you are. Okay, so you could be a big time player, okay, guy who get girls, but if you're chilling with a woman 6-7 days out the week, you're sleeping with her every single night, your brain, like, it's like this chemical reaction where you become addicted to this person. Okay, like you become addicted to them. So you have to be aware of that. The battery died. What's good? So sorry about that. The camera died. I've been shooting all day for you guys, rolling out a bunch of content. It doesn't matter who you are. You're going to become attached. Okay, chemically. You spend enough time with a woman, you're going to be attached to her. It's going to be hard for you to get through the breakup. So understand this before you move forward with any woman. It's like, I think it was like a couple years ago, I was running like 5 or 6 girl rotations. And I was seeing every girl for like maybe once or twice a week, no more than twice. And I had a time where I had this huge, probably shouldn't talk about this on YouTube, but I had this weird thing that kind of messed up the rotation. And they basically all, I wouldn't say all of them dropped out, but I think I had like out of the 5, it was like at least 3 that dropped out. But since I was only seeing each of them maybe once or twice a week, I mean, it was for a while, probably like 3 to 6 months. Like I didn't really care that much because I didn't grow that attachment to each and every one of them. Or I didn't grow an attachment to one of them because I limited the amount of time I spent with them. So understand that, guys. If you're going to see a woman every day of the week, 3 to 5 times, there's even coaches that I follow who don't even recommend you see, your girl more than 3 times, maybe 4 times a week. Because you're going to become attached, and at the same time you're going to you're going to become more needy and jealous, and that's going to mess up the relationship. All right, guys. So understand, attachment is a chemical in your brain. All right, and it's real. It doesn't matter who you is. All right, you're going to become addicted. The next thing I want to say, number 5 actually, is never break trust. It's very hard to recover after you break a woman's trust. And one of the easiest ways to do that is be caught lying. So you want to be as honest as you can with the woman you are in a relationship with, because once you're caught lying, it's very hard for a woman to be emotionally available for you or to you. Okay, and it does create some drama and turmoil, which some guys say is attractive, and the bad boy and all this stuff. But this is for a real relationship, a healthy relationship. You can still have a woman attracted to you and have it flourish. But trust is something that is you can't recover from, for the most part. It's very hard to recover back after you break trust. The next thing I want to say is be there for her emotional needs, guys. This is very important, because women are emotional creatures. Women are very emotional, and it's easy for us to not do this because we're not really made up of emotions. And even that, like, we're taught since a kid to man up and just whatever. Women are the complete opposite. The best way to be there for her emotional needs is take note on every problem she has. I remember I had a situation with a girl I was seeing, and it was just the little stuff that adds up. the little tiny things. You know, she didn't like this, she didn't like that, and it caused a little argument, but everything adds up. The problem with me was I thought it was like being like beta or simping and all this kind of stuff. It's good. Like, how you got her is not always how you keep her. You always want to have a nice balance with being beta and alpha at the same time. You want to have a nice balance. Too much alpha, too much tough guy, like kind of doing all this crazy stuff, like leaving her at the club and talking to other girls and all this kind of stuff. After a while, she's gonna have enough. All right, guys, so you have to be there for her emotional needs, and it's very important. Number 7, last but not least, basically, don't get into one. Don't get into a relationship because unless, all right, guys, like, and this is as far as a fully monogamous relationship. Monogamy is unnatural, and we're not really biologically made for it. I don't plan to get in a relationship again, at least a full monogamous one, because like I said, it's not natural, and sooner or later, jealousy is going to come into play. It's going to cause a lot of drama, and especially somebody like me who's already good with getting girls. Sooner or later, you're going to talk to another girl, you're going to flirt with another girl. It's just, especially us men, we want to maximize our options as much as possible. And it doesn't matter if we're married or we're still going to look at that hot 19, 20-year-old with a nice body walking down the street. Like, it's just part of our nature, and we can't control that. So, society has made up with all these different things to constrict this stuff, mainly because they want to, control people more. And make people focus more on other stuff. Because imagine if they said, if this wasn't a tradition, people would be going like all over the place. And, it's just a sense, it helps controls the masses. So, like I said, you can have a relationship with a woman, but you want to have it be open if you're going to do that, or have a woman who's bisexual. You guys can get threesomes and stuff, because like I said, and in my last point, you're better off like running rotations. You're better off running a rotation. And so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That'll wrap up the video, right? That's everything.